In a world where the strong often seem to rule the weak, there are timeless stories that remind us of a painful, yet powerful truth. It's a truth that shows us how power can twist justice, but also how wisdom and self-awareness can protect our spirit, no matter the circumstances. This is the story of the wolf and the lamb, and what it teaches us about navigating the complexities of life itself. Today, we're diving deep into a fable that has echoed through generations, revealing lessons that are just as relevant now as they were centuries ago. It's more than just a tale about two animals. It's a mirror reflecting our own world, our own struggles, and the quiet strength we can find within. Let's meet the characters at the heart of our story. First, the lamb. Picture a creature of pure innocence, gentle in spirit, whose only desire is to live in peace and harmony with the world around it. The lamb represents the parts of us that are trusting, kind, and seek no conflict. It finds joy in the simple things, like a cool drink from a clear, flowing stream on a sunny day. It embodies vulnerability, but also a quiet dignity and an unwavering commitment to truth. And then there is the wolf, strong, cunning, and perpetually driven by an insatiable hunger, not just for food, but for power. The wolf is a master of manipulation, always searching for a justification, a reason to exert its dominance over others. It moves through the world with a sense of entitlement, believing its strength gives it the right to dictate the rules. The wolf and the lamb exist in the same forest, they drink from the same streams, but they operate by entirely different codes. One follows the path of peace, the other, the path of power. Their inevitable encounter sets the stage for a profound lesson in justice, or the lack thereof. Our story begins on a bright, peaceful afternoon in a sun-dappled forest. A clear, cool stream meandered through the trees, its gentle babbling the only sound in the tranquil clearing. A young, innocent lamb, feeling thirsty after a long day of grazing, came down to the water's edge to drink. It chose a spot downstream where the water flowed calmly and began to quench its thirst, enjoying the serenity of the moment. But this peace was not to last. From a short distance upstream, a large, menacing wolf was watching. He, too, had come to the stream, but his intentions were far from peaceful. His eyes, sharp and predatory, fixed on the small, defenseless lamb. A cruel idea began to form in his mind. He didn't just want a meal. He wanted to create a pretext, a justification for his cruelty. He wanted to make his vicious act seem righteous. With a low growl, the wolf padded down towards the lamb, his expression a mask of manufactured anger. "You there!" he snarled, his voice dripping with false accusation. "How dare you muddy the water I am drinking? You are spoiling my drink." The lamb, startled, looked up from the stream. Its heart fluttered with fear, but it answered with a soft, trembling voice, grounded in simple logic and truth. "Sir," it bleated gently, "how can that be? The water flows from you to me. I am drinking downstream from where you stand. It's impossible for me to muddy the water for you. The current carries any disturbance away from you, not towards you." The lamb's reply was perfectly reasonable, a simple statement of fact. But the wolf had no interest in facts. He was not seeking truth. He was seeking an excuse. Thwarted by the lamb's logic, his snarl deepened. "Be that as it may," he growled, his mind racing to find another accusation. "You are a troublemaker. I have heard reports. It was you who spoke ill of me behind my back 6 months ago." The little lamb, barely a few months old, looked at the wolf with wide, innocent eyes. Its voice was still soft, but firm with the certainty of its own existence. "6 months ago?" it replied. "But sir, I wasn't even born then. It is impossible for me to have said anything about you." The wolf was taken aback for a second time. Once again, his lie was dismantled by the simple, irrefutable truth. A flicker of frustration crossed his face, but it was quickly replaced by an even greater, more menacing anger. He was not used to being challenged, especially not by a creature so small and weak. His desire for control was absolute, and logic was merely an obstacle to be bulldozed. "Well then," the wolf snarled, his voice now a furious roar, abandoning all pretense of reason. "If it wasn't you, it must have been your father. He spread wicked rumors about me and my family. You must pay for his crimes, It's all the same to me. And with that final, baseless accusation, the wolf gave in to his raw, brutal nature. He lunged at the helpless lamb, who had no defense against such overwhelming power fueled by pure malice. The wolf's actions proved a chilling point. For those determined to commit an injustice, any excuse will do, no matter how transparent or false. The powerful, when they desire to oppress, can always invent a justification for their cruelty. But this isn't just a story about animals in a forest. It's a profound reflection of our own world. How many times have we seen situations where truth is ignored in the face of power, where logic is dismissed by those who have already made up their minds? This fable holds up a mirror to the dynamics of injustice we see in society, in workplaces, and sometimes even in our personal relationships. It teaches us that not everyone we encounter is seeking truth or fairness. Some are simply looking for a way to assert their dominance, and they will twist reality itself to justify their actions. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward protecting our own peace and integrity. The timeless moral of this story cuts deep. The strong are not always right, and justice does not always belong to the one with the loudest voice or the sharpest teeth. The wolf's victory was a hollow one, built on lies and brute force. The lamb, though it lost its life, never lost its integrity. It stood by the truth until the very end. This fable isn't meant to make us fearful or cynical. Instead, it's a call to cultivate wisdom. It teaches us the importance of being aware of the motives of others. Sometimes engaging in an argument with a wolf is pointless because they aren't listening to your words. They are only looking for a weakness to exploit. In these moments, the truest strength lies not in winning the argument, but in maintaining your inner peace and refusing to be dragged down into their world of anger and deceit. Stay true to yourself, stay wise in your interactions, and never ever lose your own sense of peace, even when the world around you seems profoundly unfair. True power isn't about controlling others, it's about controlling yourself. The story of the wolf and the lamb ultimately teaches us that while we cannot always control the actions of others, we can control our own responses. Wisdom and a calm spirit are far more resilient than anger and lies. This inner strength is a shield that no amount of false accusation can ever truly penetrate. If this story resonated with you and gave you something to reflect on, I invite you to explore more of our videos. We delve into life-changing fables and timeless wisdom designed to inspire your mind and nourish your soul. Please subscribe to our channel and join us on this journey of discovery and personal growth. Thank you for watching.